All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson on how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And this is going to be an update on the family of the word. All right. And Lord Will's brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here from the Zero Hedge, and it says the official truth, the end of free speech that will end America. All right. And we're not going to read the whole article because most of it is about, political garbage, Biden and Trump and Russia and all that, which y'all know that's stuff of non-importance. But I'm going to jump down and read this part, though. It says, if legacy news corporations fail to report the large majorities of the American public now views their journalistic product as straight-up propaganda, and does that make it any less true? All right, so like I was about to tell you right here, the majority of people out there are turning away from the big media, all right, and turning to alternative media. And of course, we're in that category. You can say we're in that category also somewhat of alternative media, all right. Well, you can say it because we're on YouTube, and most alternative media is on YouTube or other platforms, which are also on other platforms as well, but mainly YouTube. All right. And like the Elder Tal always said, we're like the spiritual, spiritual newsmen, the spiritual weathermen. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And of course, people, have ran across, a lot of our people ran across our videos. All right. Like I did, and woke up to the fact that they're an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. So, and of course, they're not going to tell you that on big media. So, this alternative media is taking over, and old media is going out the door. And really, that's Esau. That's a sign to show the Esau's going down. It says, according to a survey, Razum, if I pronounce that right, Razum's reported 59% of likely voters in the United States view the corporation news media as truly the enemy of the people, which it is. This is a majority view held regardless of race. 58% of whites and 51% of black voters and 60% of other minorities. So a large majority of people believe big media is trash. All right. All agree that mainstream media has become their enemy. All right, which it is. Anybody that'll lie to you is your enemy. All right, lie to you repeatedly and over and over and over again is your enemy. All right, and these devils are being, found out. When you listen to that book, um, the rules or the learn elders of Zion. I forget the exact name how you pronounce it, but one of the things they wanted to do was control big media to deceive the people, especially our people. All right, and it worked, but now the cat's out of the bag. All right, the Lord has rose up his prophets. The Lord has made you got whistleblowers out there as well. The Lord says he's gonna make their tongue to fall upon them. All right, and uh, this devil is being found out. Now nobody's buying this crap anymore. All right, so I'm gonna read this part. I'm gonna jump down and read this part. So like it bugs out here, but it said it is now difficult to see the danger. Now it's not difficult, Salakia, to see the dangers that lie ahead. Now the government has fully inserted itself into the news and information industry. The criminal. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Let me read this part. My bad. I skipped this part. Should your particular website or platform rule afoul of government's First Amendment star chambers, it would immediately place itself with the Commission's crosshairs or greater overseeing regulation and punishment. Would the new creation become an American cabal, KGB, or empower to target half the population for disagreeing with current government policies, promoting wrong thinking, or merely going to church, right? So they're gonna label everybody as a domestic terrorist, especially us, because we don't agree with the government. We don't agree with you know anything this devil is for. We're against, and that's why he's gonna clip the internet. Because we're combating this devil with the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which the truth is what is found in the King James Bible. All right, which that's the main reason why he wants to cut off the internet. Esau really don't care about people filming in the Bohemian Grove, and although he really don't give a shit about that anymore anyway. But all this, you're the Edomites, the black people, Latino and Native and Seminole Indian people are the Israelites. All right, the one you call Jesus is really a black man, and this so-called black man, and his name is Yahweh Shai. He's coming to destroy America and put all white people in captivity and other nations. They don't want that information out there anymore, especially the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai out there, because that's our strong tower to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians. They definitely don't want them names out there, especially the Lord Yahweh Shai's name. All right, so that's the main reason why they want to clip the internet. All right, to stop this word, but it's too late. All right. It says a small selective body decide which the Americans are actually domestic terrorists, which they're going to label all of us domestic terrorists, and making us Attorney General General Merrick Garland has gone after traditional Catholics who attend Latin masses, but why the world government suspiciously in the Latin language, when some commissions exit to decide which Americans are the enemy. They're not telling who will be designated as a threat and punished next. It is not difficult to see the dangers that lie ahead. Now the government has fully inserted itself into the news and information industry. The criminalization of free speech is a very real thing. Like when the C-19 first went down in certain countries where people were speaking out against it, they got arrested. They sent people to their houses and arrested them. And it's gonna be the same thing here in Babylon, in America. All right. So them days are coming, man. Demonization is coming. Days of demonization is coming. The criminalization of free speech is a very real threat. This has always been a chief complaint against the international institutions such as the World Economic Forum, and they're going after free speech hard. They spend a great deal of time, power, and money promoting the thoughts and opinions of a certain cabal of global leaders who's showing neglectable respect for the personal rights and liberties of billions of ordinary citizens they claim to respect. The WF chairman Klaus Schwab has gone so far as to hire hundreds of thousands of information warriors whose mission it is to control the internet by policing social media, eliminating distress, disrupting the public square, converting speeding support for the WEF Great Reset. If Schwab's online army was not enough, advocates for free speech must also gird themselves for repercussions of Elon Musk's appointing of Lydian, I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name, reportedly a neoliberal woke who strong WEF allies as the new CEO of Twitter. Right, so that shows that's all garbage because he hired somebody that was from the World Economic Forum. We know how they feel about free speech. For all you idiots that believe Musk is a hero, throughout much of the West, unfortunately, free speech has been on weekly protected than those which power found in defense inconvenient or message as a nursery as is thereof a little surprise to learn that French authorities are now prosecuting government protesters for flipping off President Emmanuel Macron. It does not seem particularly astonished that a German man has been sentenced to 3 years in prison for entangling in a pro-Russian political speech. See, certain countries are already arresting people for free speech. All right. Regardless, the war in Ukraine, it also no longer appears shocking to read that the UK technology and scientists secret uh, secretary Michelle Dolan reportedly seeks to imprison social media executives who fail to censor online speech. So there you go. Especially YouTube. All right. Which they're already censoring it bad now, but it's going to get worse. So the time of hearing this word is up, man. Notice the Lord said, let me grab that real quick. The cry in the ears of Jerusalem, but them days are almost over. All right? Them days are almost up, man. And they're disappearing fast. So, if this word resonates, man, you better get this word while it's hot, man, because soon it's going to be gone. All right? This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Right, the Lord said, go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem. All right, let me jump down to verse 4. Verse 4, hear ye the words of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Right, so them days are almost over. The Lord told us to go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, and the men of the Lord, which are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and brothers that teach doctrine, have been doing for years. All right, crying in the ears of our people out there on the highways and the byways for years. All right, those days are almost up. Time is almost up. All right, and soon the Lord's going to pull his men off the streets. All right, and you going to be out there by your, you gonna be out here looking crazy, don't know which way to turn, which way to go. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 25. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. Right now, the Lord sent us out there to cry in the ears of our people for the longest. Meaning, go out there and teach them and tell them, thus saith the Lord. The Lord's going to do this. The Lord's going to destroy America. The Lord's going to cause the money system to crash. The Lord's going to do all these great things. All right, going to do these things and warn them about it. But that was only for a certain period of time. That's not going to last forever. And that's why, again, they're coming after free speech. Because really it's to get the prophets off the streets. And getting all that whistleblower stuff. I mean, at one point, Esau might have did take it as a threat. But now he don't give a shit about that, man. Now he just wants the prophets of the Lord off the streets. Because he sees the mass awakening. And what the Lord Yahushua said in Matthew the 24th chapter, which I'm going to read that next. I'm going to go ahead and finish this, though. And bind thee with them, and thou shalt not. Verse 25 again. But thou, son of man, behold, they should put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and thou shalt be dumb, meaning we won't be able to speak. No more highways and the byways, no more internet, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Now, right, the Lord sent us out there to cry in the ears of our people to reprove them. But again, the Lord's getting ready to take that away. And again, the elite see this as a major threat because what the Lord Yahweh Shah said. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Right, and then shall the end come. So the elite see the mass awakening, and they're like, damn, man, we got to shut this thing off, man. We got to censor it. We got to do this. We got to do that. All right, but it ain't working. You know, the damage has already been done, man. All right, but they're getting ready to clip it. But all the Akim and Fuakwat out there that believe, they've received it already. All right, like it tells you in the book of Acts, it speaks about a multitude of believers, both men and women. You know, we see that happening right now. All right, waking up to the fact that they're Israelites. And again, this is the real threat. This is why the WEF and all these other corporations want to censor the media, wants to get rid of the social media. All right, and again, we desperately need that to happen because once that happens, that's it for this shithole known as America, man. Get one more precept and I'm gonna wrap it up. Gotta grab these clothes. This is Amos chapter 8. The book of Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst, of hearing of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and they shall not find it. Right? No more highways and the byways, and no more internet. All right? And then you jakes that was playing around, settled on your leaves, you're going to be asked out there running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you're going to die, man. You're going to die. You're going to be destroyed, man. The Most High going to put the spirit on you to take the mark, the charagma, and the Most High going to smoke your ass, man, because you didn't take heed while it was still time. And time is running out. These devils are coming after free speech like crazy. And again, that's the Lord, you know, getting ready to seal the rest of his elect, if the elect isn't already sealed, and destroy this place. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push the truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.